Happy Saturday, everybody. We're back at work after our field trip last week. I am Christina Rue, and this is
Krista Rue.
And we are hostessing our HLC Saturday Solutions. We do it every Saturday at 2 o'clock, where we just do 15-20 minutes talking about things that happen during our week that would be great to pass on or not pass on. I guess to share that they helped illuminate our world, so we want to share it with you. And this could be HLC. We kind of focus on where you live, work, and worship. So there's little things, little tidbits that we like to share about all three areas of your life. And of course, we encourage you, if you want to give us things to talk about, we'll gladly do that. But this week, we're going to recap what we talked about last week, and then we're going to have three other subjects for this week. So go ahead, Krista, do the recap.
All right, so we're working our way through a tool that's called the SWOT analysis, which evaluates your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Last year was about weakness. Remember, SW is internal to the organization. OT is external, so we'll be talking about opportunity today. We also talked about insurance coverages, audits, and things you need to be prepared for that. And then also we talked about onboarding new employees, what forms you should have available for not only to cover yourself, what your requirements are, which here's the bonus tip. The I-9s got revised, so you now need to make sure you have the proper I-9, which is the identity verification form from the, it's not IRS, what is it? I don't know. Immigration. That's it. All right. So that was the recap.
Okay. Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Get her done.
That's right.
All right.
All right. So we're going to talk about, in the SWOT analysis, opportunities. So this is, maybe you want to look at, this is where I sort of take the time, because you remember, SW, you've evaluated internally. So you should be super familiar now with your customers, and perhaps you've noticed a pattern. Is there a group of people that is a good revenue source for you, but you might only have one type of that client or three types of that clients, but the return on investment's really good. So that's an opportunity maybe to start focusing on that niche of businesses. So like one of the things we evaluated when we started bookkeeping was we noticed seasonal employers had trouble getting bookkeepers because they only needed them 4 or 5 months out of the year. So we focused on that. And that was how we had an exponential growth, because finally someone was serving that market. So those are things you can look for. A few other things you can look is, what are the competitors in your area doing? Because a lot of times you can learn from competitors, people, and you can learn what mistakes not to make from them as well.
That's true.
So like, again, evaluate that the environment you're in.
Yep. And this is also too where you can look at, okay, well, what if I don't have any competitors? Well, that's a wonderful thing. However, you might be in an industry where there is people who think they can do what you do easily, cheaper, whatever. So
what sets you apart?
Yes.
How do you set yourself apart?
This is an opportunity to differentiate yourself then from all those competitors.
Right. So, and so then this is a good time to start evaluating that marketing. How do you market yourself, from your building to your brochures, to just everything? Does what you have in place when you talk about your business, or that represents your business, is it you? Is it who you want out there in that world? And one of the things also to look out for opportunities, grants, government programs. Are there things you're not utilizing that could help you in that.
Yeah,
arena.
we've talked in the past about the employee retention credit. There are still hundreds of thousands of businesses who have not taken advantage of that opportunity.
Right.
It amazes me.
And if you're a restaurant in Pennsylvania and you haven't even explored it, shame on you.
Yeah.
Because you were extremely affected by this.
Correct.
So please let us help you with that.
Yep. That's not one of our topics, but
no, it's not.
But this is an opportunity for
me
you.
When I hear that, when I go into a restaurant and like they still haven't heard about it.
Right.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
So,
so that's something to think about. What opportunities are out there,
right,
that you could help take advantage of, or be part of a movement or something. And then also too, from an opportunity standpoint, so many people don't do press releases. I don't understand that, but we're guilty of it too.
We did when we like moved into here.
Yeah. But like, there's
super big stuff.
Exactly. So like, but sometimes people don't do anything. If you opened a business, that's a big deal. Do a press release about it.
That's
Let people know
Have
you're
an
here.
open house.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Invite people into your space, because again, the more they get to know you, the more likely they will use you.
Correct. If you partner with another business to do an event, that's a press release. So like, and
that's a whole nother opportunity.
Exactly.
What are companion businesses you can learn from? You can be a strategic partner with, all of that.
Yep. Next year, we're hoping to do a workshop with some strategic businesses, that sort of thing. You bet your buns I'll be doing a press release about it. Just saying. I'm going to do it.
But there's a lot. There's a lot with opportunities. And it's exciting. We're in the exciting part of the SWOT analysis. Vision your future. But don't be afraid to take the time to do that. You need quiet. You need a space where people can just throw things out without judgment. Yeah. You don't have to follow every opportunity, but you can start prioritizing. This is what I'd like to do first quarter of next year. Here's my plan for second quarter. Plan that out so you know exactly what you're doing for the next, because we're going to be doing that. And that's like my favorite part. You know, budgeting and planning is my favorite thing. So, yeah, we'll be doing that.
Yeah, that'll be so much fun.
It will be.
I know.
You always are like, oh, we could do this. Oh, we could do that.
I hate the thought of it, but once I'm in it, I'm all in. I love it. Yeah. So you're right.
All right. And that sort of brings us to our number 2 topic, which is, how are you branding yourself? What little tchotchkes or stuff do you give away?
Yes. Yeah. So we had always talked about, actually, I think it's number 3 on our list, but that's all right. We'll do this number 2. That's okay. It was a perfect lead-in. So we're going to take it. We're going to go with the lead-in. So we've talked about before the importance of, when you let people know you're here, the need to do marketing that is wise marketing. So if you're going to do giveaway items, if you're going to a trade show, or if you have clients that you want to make sure that they get items from you that have a logo on it, that sort of thing, you want to choose something that's going to stay relevant, right? So because we do bookkeeping and office services, we do a lot of our marketing items as things that will stay on your desk. One of the best things we ever did, and people are still talking about it, I'm bringing it up, is this right here. This is a business card holder, letter opener, and stapler remover all in one. And why do we keep things like this? Because they're useful. Every desk needs it. So like, this is something that's a great giveaway. And then we're always telling people, back up your software. So we do USBs that we've given to people before. And we've done phone holders because it stays on your desk. It's relevant. It fits our business because we're desk oriented. If you're a landscaper, what's something that would be oriented for you? If you're, I'm trying to think what other businesses. If you're a plumber, what's relevant for you? If you're a carpenter, what's relevant for you?
I just had a vision. of a pencil holder that's a little toilet.
Okay, that's funny. I like it. I like it.
Make that? That's
I don't know.
so
That's
funny.
something. That's
Yeah.
funny. Yep. Yeah. So I'm like, these are things that we always tell people, try to keep it relevant to your business. So people, yes, have a way to call you, get a hold of you immediately because your contact information is on it. And also then it's useful to them.
That's right.
There's nothing worse than going to a trade show or a vendor show and people are passing stuff off and you're like, well, I'm never going to use that. Click. You know, pitch it in the file 13. So, I mean, you just want to keep that in mind whenever you're trying to choose items for your business.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and one of the favorite things, this isn't a tchotchke for our business, but this is something you can do. It's like one of my all-time favorite things. We are big fans of NCIS. So our one of our staff, Dana, knows we love it. So 1 year for Christmas, she gave us the Gibbs Rules mouse pad because we love him.
Yep. And our church did mouse pads too for people.
So this is a really good tchotchke too.
Yep. But I can't say enough how important it is that when you get your tchotchke, you put your contact information on.
Oh my goodness. What's the point of doing it if they still can't get to you?
I have received things from people and I kept the item, but you know, business cards get lost, whatever.
Right.
And I pick up the item because I'm like, oh, I need to call this person.
Yeah, and okay, I have a pet peeve. Let me just talk a second business to business. When you don't put your information in your salutation on your email, that's my biggest pet peeve. I realize some people are like, why don't we contact all the time? Listen, people, if you want business, I need a phone number, I need an email, and I need your website. Something. Fax number, fine.
Yeah, that is a big thing with me.
But like that annoys me when someone sends me something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just give them a call because I have things I need to talk about. I don't want to do it through an email. Put your phone number.
I think she's a little upset about that.
It perturbs me.
Perturbs. That's such a fun word. It perturbs me.
I don't even know if it's a real word.
Well, Grandma said it. It must be real.
So it is.
Don't perturb me, girl.
That's right.
So, anyways. Oh, did we lose it?
What'd you do?
I don't know. Oh, there it came back. Oh, all right. I thought we lost our connection.
So we can see. I don't like it when I can't see.
There. Can you see?
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, they should have seen everything.
Yeah, you should have. I hope you saw her movement in the perturbed area things in life. And then the other thing we were talking about.
This is from a person perspective.
Yes, from their personal perspective. Because I read, it was so upsetting about how somebody had a stroke, but nobody recognized that it was a stroke. And then they passed away because nobody realized. She stumbled and said, oh, I just caught my shoe in something and didn't think anything of it. And then she had passed. So if something out of the ordinary happens, so I looked up, there's different ways that you can just really quickly maybe try to find out if somebody has had a stroke. So we're going to talk about the FAST, F-A-S-T. So you have to react fast if somebody had a stroke, because within the first 3 hours, they can completely reverse the ramifications of a stroke. That's crazy to think about, that they can do that. And remember, a stroke is a blood clot that stops blood supply to your brain, which is what we all live on, blood supply. We have to have that. So, FAST. Things to ask the person that you may be worried about. You want to ask them to smile. And if their smile is drooping one way or the other, that could be an indication of a stroke. So you want to ask that person to smile.
But, okay, you also have to realize sometimes people have normally crooked smiles.
Correct.
Like my mom says all the time, I don't understand why you have a lopsided smile. From the time I was born.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So, I mean,
one side just
and that's why I like it, because there's 3 different things to look for.
Because they might only have one of these symptoms.
Yeah, the other thing is to make sure you ask them to raise both arms, because if they raise one arm and can't raise the other, that can be a sign of a stroke. You're telling them to raise them both, but they can't tell that side to raise up.
Right.
So like that's important. And then talk to them. Find out if their speech is going a little slurred or sound a little strange or just a little off, or the cadence might not be right. Just have a conversation and pay attention to what it is. And of course, if you observe, remember time is of the essence. So you have face with the smile, arms is the A, speech is the S, and T is time. Time is of the essence. If you think somebody has had some sort of event, please call 911 and get them to a hospital as quickly as possible, because time can save brain.
Right.
Yeah. So that was, I know, a little bit serious, but like things in life happen. And we have to be aware of the people around us and our surroundings and just watch.
That's right.
So we talked about opportunities in business. This is an opportunity to be helpful as a human being.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
All right. So that's it. Again, we just asked for 15-20 minutes every Saturday for us to talk to you. Feel free to send us comments or any items you would like to discuss.
Yep. And like I said, I love when we get topics from people or things come up for us to talk about, because it's so much fun having feedback. So make sure that you can give us feedback by contacting us with our phone number, 724-561-7460. Or you can send an email to office@yourhlc.com.
Right.
Or you can send it to
contact us on our website.
Our website.
Yeah.
hlcbookkeeping.com. So just make sure you guys are having a wonderful weekend. And yes, the weather's changing a little bit. So it's going to be a little cold. So please wear your jackets, your little hoods to cover your ears. Now, I hate when I see children out and about without their ears covered, because I know what my brother and his kids went through with earaches. Some people are just susceptible to earaches. So just watch it there. That was a little tidbit. Human to human, windy environment.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyways, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and that's that. Do you have
a
anything
good one.
else? Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.